What's going on, guys? Oregon Motorcycle back today, bringing you another episode. Look at this bike. This is a 2018 BMW 310 GS, and I am in Bend, Oregon right now. And check this beauty out. This thing's awesome. My roommate just bought this bike. We just drove down here and bought this bike, and so I'm gonna ride it about halfway home for him. Not halfway home, less than halfway. About an hour's worth. So yeah, I'm going to do a little ride review on it right now. Coming out of Bend, and we got a 3-hour drive
Starting
home.
route to home. Head north on Steens Lane, then turn right onto
here.
Snowbrush Drive.
Yeah, so this is this bike only has like 400 and something miles on it or something. Yeah, we gotta get gas. Okay. I'll just stop at the first gas station I see. ABS, gear, speed, range. Only got 20 miles. So. All right, here we go. So the handlebars are a little bit wider.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Southwest Princeton Loop.
I feel like
Turn right onto Aspenrun Lane.
I feel like I'm
Turn right onto Aspenrun Lane, then turn left.
sitting up higher.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Southwest.
Like I'm kind of like
Princeton
sitting up
Loop.
higher, a little bit more forward compared to my bike. All right, there we go.
Turn southwest on Main Street.
Oh, we got to make a U-turn. Yeah, I totally feel like I'm sitting up kind of like high and kind of looking down and over a little bit. So, it's a tight little U-turn here.
In 3/4 of a mile, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Southwest Princeton.
So it doesn't feel as powerful as mine, but once you get it up in the RPMs, you can start to feel a pull. But it doesn't feel like it's got that low end torque like my bike does. Wait up for him again. I don't think he can make that U-turn like that. And this thing is dead empty. It doesn't feel that bad. Suspension feels a little heavier, if that makes any sense compared to mine. A little bit. It just feels taller. It feels like I'm sitting higher for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. Kind of weird. Maybe it's because the windscreen. I'm not tucked behind a windscreen or something. I don't know. There he comes.
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto Southwest Brookswood Boulevard. In half a mile of the roundabout, take the first exit onto Southwest Powers Road.
Doesn't sound that bad getting on it. It actually sounds kind of mean. I like the way this bike sounds. Oh, and it's got an ABS switch right here. Sweet. He was wondering about that. Wonder if I gotta hold it down or... Maybe you have to be stopped to hit the ABS switch. Definitely, let's try it again. Yeah. Ooh, that ABS and the back feels good. It feels a little more precise than the ABS on my bike.
At the roundabout, take the first exit onto Southwest Powers Road. In a quarter mile, turn left.
Better slow her down. So I'm liking this bike, you guys. I'm liking it. clutch lever needs to go down. It's too high. So let's see if I'm stopped. Can hold the ABS. It's not doing anything. Oh shit. You gotta like hold the clutch all the way in for it to start. A little bit easier to stall than mine. I don't think this bike has that bottom end torque like my bike does. But it does feel good once you get it up, say around, start getting it up to like 6,000-7,000 RPMs. It starts to come alive. The little thumper that comes alive. So yeah, it's a nice day out here in Bend. Feels like it's a solid 70-75 degrees out here. Yeah, you can definitely feel it come alive.
Then take a slight right turn onto Bend Parkway.
Like around 7,000 RPMs.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn left onto Southeast Reed Market Road.
This baby filled up, see what she takes on an empty tank.
Turn left. Turn left.
All right,
then
hold on,
turn
Siri. Let me get
left.
some gas first. All right. So we got fuel back up. And this is telling me to turn this way for some reason.
Turn left. At the light, turn right onto Southwest Powers Road, then turn right. Turn right, then take a slight right turn onto Bend Parkway. At the stop sign, take a slight right turn onto Bend Parkway. For 136 miles, continue straight.
So with no windscreen or wind protection, we're gonna get a lot of blast. But I think he already mentioned that that's the first thing he wants to do is get a windscreen for it, so that'll probably come in the future on this bike. Got the gear indicator right there, 5th gear. Feels good in 5th gear at 60 miles an hour. We'll get on it here in a minute once we get out of town. Alright, so I got the hammer down, kind of hunched over. You guys can probably see it going 85, 86, but you know the thing is this bike feels a little more stable at this speed than my bike does. But that's about all it's got. I'm like forward, it's an 85 in 6th gear, about 8,500 RPMs, maybe 84. So, but yeah, the bike feels really stable at this speed. It feels more stable than mine. It doesn't have the power that mine does. So I've got about 15-20ish miles on it so far, and I just held it there wide open for a while, and now we're coming back down to speed a little bit. But one thing I'm really noticing right out of the gate, well, 2 things I'm noticing. The wind is insane at 80 miles an hour. Like, my neck's already getting sore, and I'm already 10 minutes into the ride. This thing's got to have a windscreen. I don't know why they... Anyways, the other thing I'm noticing is this bike feels a lot more stable than my bike does on the road at speed. Once you get up around like say 45, 50, it becomes very apparent. This bike's more solid, feels more solid. Yeah, it just feels more planted, feels a little more agile. My bike feels a little more wallowy and a little more wobbly, I guess you could say, at higher speeds. The higher the speed I get on my bike, the more wobbly it feels. This bike doesn't give me that feeling at all. It feels very planted, feels really good. So here I am in 5th. Man, it's really loud, no wind protection. I've got it pegged at 5th now, and still it's just kind of hanging there at 80 miles an hour. What a trip. There's 6th. Kind of just still hanging there, 82, 81. That's interesting. Could be a beautiful sunset tonight. So here we go, passing lane. I'm gonna get into 4th. Oh, it's actually pulling up okay. Here we go, baby. Okay, that's not bad. That's better than I thought. So we're going up a grade too. I mean, I'm going 77, 75, 78, 79, getting up to 80 here at the top of this hill, going into 6th. So I mean, you know, keep it wrapped out. It's not that bad. And he might be able to put a lower gear on this too, maybe. I don't know if that would help. It seems like it would help. I think it would, maybe on the top end. Get a little faster, maybe. And then it would be more beneficial off-road. I'll have to see how low that first gear is. That's something I'm going to mention to him when we get home. But no, this bike's doing fine. You guys got to remember, we're out here on these long rural roads at high speeds and a lot of wind, so pretty much the worst setting that you could put this bike in. This bike would be happier cruising around downtown or being off on a trail somewhere, you know what I mean? Alright, looks like we made it to the meet spot, which is this casino right here, this big old parking lot. Let's see if I can get in this parking lot, that'd be awesome. Test it out before he gets here. So, let's talk about a couple things here. One thing I'm really liking about this bike is how solid it is. So it feels a lot more solid than mine. Oh, that brake feels good too. That brake feels real good. So it doesn't have the power and the torque that mine does, okay? But it's definitely lighter and more flickable than mine. You can imagine that. Definitely more flickable. Yeah, carves really nice. I mean, this bike's gonna be a little zipper. If my buddy Brendan can get over the lack of power, he's gonna like this bike. It's interesting when it's in neutral there. Yeah, okay, so the shifter, you shift, the gears are a lot closer. There's tiny little clicks. So let's see, I hold this. There we go, ABS is off. So you like hold that for 5 seconds, and then that's gonna turn off the back ABS only. Yeah, oh, you could totally skid it out. You really, ooh. So you gotta hold the clutch in all the way to start this thing. I don't really like that much. Ooh, you can get all sideways quick with this thing. I wonder how much tire pressure's in this damn thing. It feels like the tire pressure is hella high. So a wheelie. You can feel the forks extend out when you pop it up. Alright guys, so if you're liking my content, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. You know how we get down. You're gonna see a lot more action with this bike. And of course my bike, my Honda CB 500X, and then my buddy just bought a KTM 390. So, and we're all three going out tomorrow. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot more fun. So until next time, folks, Oregon Motorcycle. I think overall, I think I like the styling of this the best out of the three. Okay, you ready for it? So dude, I'm gonna tell you like this. If you can get over the lack of power on this bike, I think you're really gonna like it. Dude, it handles better than my bike. Dude, at 80 miles an hour, like I got like to 85. That's about as much as I can get it. I think if you put a lower gear on it, you'll be able to get a higher top speed if you go to lower gear. Like put a bigger sprocket on the back. Keys are right here if you're looking for them. And like it's way more stable at high speeds than my bike is. Like with mine, it's a clunk to shift. This is like little tiny clicks when it shifts. So it's got that little bit of refinement that BMW has. The wind is atrocious, dude. Oh my God. You're gonna have to get a windscreen. But other than that, dude, I love it. I think it's awesome. It's comfortable. It feels good. It's got a good seating position. Brakes feel good. And like I said, it's very stable at high speeds. You're gonna bog down going up this pass. I know you are. And you're gonna be like, what the fuck? But dude, I passed cars coming here. So it has passing power. It's just you got to time it right. It's slow. And like I was floored in 4th gear a lot of the time, and then 5th. And then there's not much speed difference between 5th and 6th, which was kind of weird. Like at one time I tried to downshift to 5th to get more speed, and I upshifted to 6th, and it didn't do anything. It was kind of weird. So anyways,